Can QPR make a late push for the playoffs? Welcome back to Where the Superhoops Walk with myself, Luke, and today we've got Michael and Jared talking all things QPR, including this week's A to Z and tweet of the week. Michael, the manager last week questioned the character of the players. I think the players gave him the answer he was looking for.
Yeah, I think it shows that what week we've had, really. 1 minute we are out of the playoff race, and now we're thinking, can we get a last-minute playoff push? Only being 4 points off again. Beating a team like Hull, I think, shows that we're serious about it. We've got to beat those teams around us to give us any sort of encouragement, and I think it's testament to the players, the injuries that we've had, and they've shown, Stefan, that we can turn it around. And then going into Southampton on Tuesday, I don't see why we can't come back with all the 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that's a bit of the manager's thought process there, Jared, where he thought, right, let's try and get this group going? I know they've got the character in them. Let's talk about it and really sort of give them a push, because they definitely showed it against, as Michael said, a whole side that's having a really good season.
Yeah, I thought a couple of players yesterday really stood up as well. I thought Kone, although he missed a couple of chances, I thought he had a really good game, and he's clearly carrying a knee injury that he picked up last week, and he kept going. He got knocked down, he got back up again, he missed chances, and then he gets that chance in the last minute and scores. And I think his mentality and the way that he led the line yesterday really kind of made a point to the rest of the team, really. And I think the manager's comments last week were really fair, actually, and I think the players did stand up yesterday, considering the players that we have out still. I think it was a real statement win, actually.
Yeah, with all the injuries you got, Michael, it's a very hard place to be with so many players out. It shows real character to beat a side as strong as Hull with all them injuries, doesn't it?
Yeah, as well. I think when you're looking at our bench yesterday, I thought, well, we're going to have to just rely on the starting 11 that we put out. But coming on Daniel Bennie, I think he came on against Blackburn, didn't do a lot. But you see him for the under-21s, and he has got talent. He's a good player, and I for one do rate him and think he will come good. And the finish where he opened up his body, making the keeper think he was going to go the other side, and he just hit it top left corner. It's just going to do nothing but wonders for his confidence, and hopefully we see him come on and get 30 minutes again on Tuesday night.
Definitely, he might feature in our tweet of the week. So yeah, we'll keep your eyes peeled for that one. But yeah, the bench, Jared, it didn't look the strongest on paper, but it's all about the spirit within the team, isn't it?
Yeah, I tweeted just before kickoff saying that bench is terrifying, and I just didn't see any options. I thought Bennie last week against Blackburn it didn't look ready for this level, and I still don't think he is ready yet. But yeah, he proved me wrong yesterday. He came on a lot of running, a lot of energy, and to score a goal like that, his first ever goal for us as well. I think his job in the next few weeks is going to be an impact sub, and he's got to have something about him where when he comes on, he offers something. And yesterday he did that really well. I thought Ryan Colley, who started, didn't perform anywhere near at the level that we kind of expect from him. So I think he'll be competing again for a starting place. But I think just having Jake Clark-Salter on the bench, having that option to come on for the last 10 minutes, I think that helps. Varane coming on. So we say it was a weak bench. You've still got two players there that would be first team players if they're fit. So slowly but surely the squad depth is improving, but it's been a very slow process.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about the P word, shall we? Playoffs. It's looking like, I mean, it's so close, isn't it? So congested in there, but only 4 points adrift of the playoffs. And I want everybody in the comment section to get involved in this as well. What do you think, Michael? Do you think QPR have, first of all, a realistic chance to get into the playoffs? But do you also think once you're into the playoffs that you really can get into that glorious Premier League?
Yeah, I think we have a realistic chance. I think it will be tough, and every other team around us is trying for the same spot. So obviously it's the Championship, anything can happen. We could end up finishing 18th. So, but if we're going to be optimistic, then yeah, we've got a chance to get in the playoffs. And if we get in the playoffs, I can see us going all the way, like back in 2014. See history repeating itself.
Yeah, how magical would that be? No one's really keep talking about QPR, are they, Jared? I think they're going under the radar a little bit. They could be one of the teams that there's always a team, isn't there, in the history of the Championship? There's always a team in the back end of the season that picks up a bit of momentum, goes on a run, and gets into that sort of 5th or 6th position. Could QPR be that team?
I think being 4 points off the playoffs is all well and good. Being 4 points off the playoffs, if you're in 7th or 8th, is one thing. Being 4 points off the playoffs when you're in 13th place and you're relying on 6 other teams to drop points, I think there's a massive difference between what we've seen other teams do. So I don't want to be negative, but you are relying on teams to kind of drop points. I think obviously Wrexham and Birmingham are the 2 teams that are in form. I don't think Birmingham have lost since Boxing Day, but playoff run is all about timing your run, isn't it? I can't see Birmingham maintaining that form for the rest of the season. I can't see Wrexham maintaining that. So you never know with the players coming back. I think will give everyone a run for their money. I think this week is a really, really big week because we play teams just below us and just above us, and I think this time next week we'll have a much clearer picture if we're going to be a team that can challenge. But I think the players are going to believe. I think the manager will believe, and I keep seeing QPR fans saying we're not ready, but you can't pick and choose. If the opportunity's there, you've got to take it, whether you're ready or not, because financially we're not in a great position again. So I think if the opportunity is there, the players will grab it. But I think we're the dark horses out of that group, I think.
Yeah, I was worrying there, Jared. I thought you were going to be proper down in the dumps, but you picked it back up, and so let's stay nice and optimistic, mate. It could happen.
No,
like say,
it's not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. It could. It's the Championship, and there's always a team that does it. And maybe Birmingham, maybe Wrexham, they've peaked too soon, and maybe QPR can get over the line in that last bit. Let's see. If Michael, you spoke about getting promoted too soon beforehand, haven't you? Do you believe that could be a case if you did somehow end up into the playoff spots and get yourself into the promised land? I know obviously as a fan everyone wants to be in the Premier League, but as a club, do you think it might be a little bit too soon?
Yeah, I do. I think we're laying out the right foundations. Like we've got a state-of-the-art training facility. We're making the right signings, but at the moment, if we went up, we would need a lot of investment back into the squad. We've seen it before where we've been promoted and we've put in loads of money. I know we're not going to do it the same sort of way, but it does worry me a bit that we're going to go up, we're going to get all these payments, and then just come straight back down again. So I think it's important for us to keep making these young signings. You see on the score sheet, Kone scoring who's 22, Daniel Bennie scoring who's I think he's 19, 20. Vale, I know it was no goal, but him putting the cross in, he's only young as well. And I think having that young core is vital to sustaining a team that are consistent every week. And then when we go up, having that resale value and sort of building for the future.
Yeah, well said. Well, as you mentioned before, Jad, you've got 2 games coming up that are teams amongst it around you, starting with Saints, starting with Southampton. What do you expect from the game? They're having a bit of a funny season themselves. What do you expect from the game? What's your score predictions?
Yeah, we played them a few months ago and we really kick-started their season for them, really. So, yeah, they had a bad point at the weekend, I think. I think they're going to be desperate for 3 points, and I think they're probably looking at it as a must-win, same as us. I think whoever loses, it's going to be a long kind of road back to get into that playoff mix. I worry about the fitness of the players that have played week in, week out. I think if there's a couple of them that are in desperate need of a rest, I think Kone will be struggling through maybe again. I think if you offered most of us a point on Tuesday night, we would take it, and then maybe go for the 3 points against Sheffield United. But our record at St Mary's isn't awful. The last couple haven't been great, but before that, I think we were unbeaten in 6 or something. So yeah, I'm going to go a 2-2 draw for Southampton.
few goals in there. What about you, Michael? What are you expecting from the game? Do you expect obviously scoring 3 goals against Hull shows that there's goals in the team again? Do you expect there to be a bit of a goal fest? And what's your score predictions, mate?
Yeah, I agree with Jared where with Kone is. I feel like he does become quite fatigued quickly. We'll go into it trying to nick, I think, the 3 points and sitting back, but I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. And I'll take that, to be honest, because then we can kick on again against Sheffield United on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to throw it straight back to you, Michael. Sheffield United, again, so many teams are having a roller coaster of a season, as QPR definitely know all too well about. What do you expect from the game against Sheffield United, Michael? And are you thinking, right, 3 points there, please?
Yeah, it's a tough game again. They're not a bad side. They've been on good form. I mean, they see Calvin Phillips got a red card on the weekend, but probably a blessing for them, if anything. I can see us nicking a 2-1 win against Sheffield United.
Okay. Jared, are you as optimistic as your fellow colleague Michael?
Yeah, I think we're likely to have Ilias Chair back in the squad at some point this week. I think he'll make a massive difference. Paul Smith should be back as well for the weekend. I think we drew with them 0-0 earlier in the season when they were not in a good place. They've obviously improved massively, and yeah, Phillips and Bamford don't have a great record at Loftus Road. Bamford missed a penalty. We always give him a little bit of stick. I don't like him at all. So I always like to get one over on him and Wilder. So I'm going to go a 2-1 victory, same as Michael.
Yeah, okay. I think that'd be good result, definitely. Right, we're moving on to the A to Z feature. We've got the letter R. There's a few to choose from. Michael, if you want to kick us off, please, mate. What is your letter R for QPR?
Yeah, so we're talking about good goals with Daniel Bennie on the weekend. So I'm going to go for Loic Remy and that goal that he scored against Wigan. And I feel like it pretty much sums up. That was, I think it was coming up 13 years ago, where he scored it off the floor, rocket in the top corner. And then Stefan Mbia kept giving away free kicks on the edge of the box, and he kept getting closer and closer and closer. And then their player stepped up, Tarap's in the wall, he ducks out the way, and it's going to go top corner, and we lose all the 3 points, 90 plus 4th minute. And I think it just sums up QPR with having that moment where it's jubilation with a fantastic goal, and then falling at the last hurdle. But yeah, that's my letter after this week.
Nice one. I think Jared, you're going to follow it up nicely. What's your letter?
Yeah, I was actually in Cornwall watching that game, and we were in a relegation battle. And when Remy scored, was going mad. And honestly, when that free kick went in, I was absolutely heartbroken. Sean Maloney, I think it was, he scored. So again, I think my R is roller coaster, because for as long as I've known, supporting this club is like a roller coaster. I think the last week has proved that. A 3-1 defeat at home to Blackburn, who were in awful form. We didn't play well. The manager questions the players' mentality. We go away to Hull, a team who have been in the top 6 for the last few months, really. Put in a really good performance. We win 3-1. And this season really has been a little bit like that. Kind of, there's been no consistency. It's been up 1 minute. Everyone kind of optimistic, and then we come crashing back down to earth. And yeah, supporting this club is like being on a roller coaster.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Being a QPR fan definitely seems a roller coaster of emotions, and it's what we love. It's what we love as football fans, though, isn't it? Probably more the highs than the lows, but it's all part and parcel. We love it all too well. Right, finishing with tweet of the week. It is, we spoke about him already, and it's the Aussie Daniel Bennie, and I thought it was just a brilliant little QPR admin on Twitter. Like, you have to give yourself a pat on the back. They always come out with some crackers, and it's the Aussie Daniel Bennie. I'm going to attempt an Aussie accent here, so please no judgment. And it's far out, and I thought it was brilliant. It summed up the goal, and my question off the back of that is, we obviously spoke about Remy's great goal as well. What is the best goal that you've seen from a QPR player? Jared, you can kick it off first. What's the best goal you've seen?
It has to be the overhead kick from Trevor, doesn't it? Yeah, one that I'll never ever forget. And kind of there was like a air of disbelief in the stadium when that went in. And yeah, I've never seen a goal like it. I doubt I'll ever see a goal like it again. So yeah, clear winner for me.
What a goal, Michael. What about yourself?
The best goal I've seen is Bobby Zamora away against West Brom, 4-1 win, and he was miles out from the right hand side, and he lobbed their keeper, and I remember that going in, and it was like we were going mental in the away end, and I think that's the best goal I've seen from a QPR player live, technically.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Definitely. Bobby Zamora.
If that had been a bigger name, if that had been a bigger name player in the Premier League, that would have been shown time and time again because it was such an outrageous finish.
Yeah. Funny enough, that's what I was going to say. Bobby Zamora, he doesn't always get the respect he deserves. I think he was a brilliant player, wasn't he? He doesn't get he never gets spoken about in any sort of even in the sort of the Jermaine Defoe sort of level of striker. He's never even mentioned in that sort of category. But yeah, brilliant player, brilliant striker, brilliant voice. Thank you very much. Let's hope for a positive week, and it's going to be telling. I think once we sit down and have a conversation next week, it's going to be really telling to see whether QPR can push for late playoffs. Thank you everybody for watching at home. Please like and subscribe. Please get involved in the comments below. Do you think QPR have what it takes to make the playoffs?